All right, welcome to the Explainer. Every single day we are just swimming in a world that's built on content. I mean, websites, apps, social media, it's everywhere. But have you ever stopped to think about what's going on behind the scenes? How do all these organizations, from the tiniest nonprofits to these huge global companies, actually manage all that digital stuff they create? It's a massive, massive challenge, a kind of digital chaos. And today, we're going to pull back the curtain on the system that makes it all work. So let's make this really concrete. Just imagine for a second. You've done it. You've launched your own nonprofit. You've got this huge mission. You've got all the passion in the world. But your team, it's tiny. And your budget, even tinier. So the big question is, how on earth do you get anyone to hear you in this incredibly noisy digital world? Well, this is the exact problem our friends at Happy Tails WC are facing. Now, they're a new pet adoption agency, they've got tons of heart, and let me tell you, the most adorable pets you've ever seen. But they are completely drowning in what we're calling content chaos. I mean, they're trying to juggle their website, their social media, all these emails and messages coming in. It's totally overwhelming. Okay, to really get why this is such a big deal for them, we got to take a quick step back and look at how the web itself has changed. Remember Web 1.0, the early internet? It was basically a one-way street. It was like a digital brochure. Companies put stuff out there, and we just read it. That's it. But today, we're in Web 2.0. It's a two-way conversation. We don't just consume content anymore, right? We're creating it. We're reviewing, commenting, sharing. And that huge shift is exactly why this content chaos is hitting a small team like Happy Tails so hard.
So how in the world does a small team like Happy Tails start to get a handle on all this chaos? Well, what they really need is like a central nervous system for all of their content, a single place to bring some order to their entire digital world.
And that system, that's the content management system, or what everyone just calls a CMS. So what is it? Put simply, a CMS is a tool, an application, that lets a whole team of people work together to collect, create, edit, and publish all their digital content. And I love this analogy. Think of it less like a simple website builder and more like the mission control for an organization's entire online presence. It's the central hub. You see, a CMS works by managing the entire life of every single piece of content. So for Happy Tails, this means everything, from the moment they decide to write a new adoption story for a puppy, to actually writing it, to getting it approved by the director, then publishing it on the website, and eventually even archiving that story once the pet finds its forever home. It basically puts a system around the whole process from beginning to end. Okay, so that's the theory, right? But let's see how a CMS actually solves the real, everyday problems that our friends at Happy Tails are dealing with. So just picture this chaos for a second. Without a CMS, this is what happens. The marketing person needs an updated list of adoptable pets, like right now. They send an email to the director, but oops, she's on leave. So then they have to track down a volunteer, but he's got a full-time job and can't get to it till tonight. And in the meantime, days go by. That family that was super interested, they've already moved on. This quote just nails that frustration. It's a total communication breakdown that, in this case, could literally cost a pet a home. This is exactly where a CMS swoops in with its superpowers. First, team collaboration. Now, the director who's on leave and that busy volunteer, they can both log into the same system and update the information in one place. No more email chains. Then there's quality control. You can set permissions, which is huge. It means a new volunteer can go in and update a dog's profile, but they can't accidentally break the whole website design. And maybe the best part, it's user-friendly. You don't need to be a coding genius to help out. Okay, so you're sold on a CMS. But here's the thing, they're not all the same. You've got your open source options like WordPress. These are often free and they're built by a huge community, which makes them pretty much perfect for a nonprofit like Happy Tails. Then you have proprietary systems. Think Shopify. A company owns it, you pay a fee, and you usually get more built-in support. And then for the huge corporations, there are these massive custom-built enterprise systems. The bottom line is, it's all about choosing the right tool for the job. All right, let's fast forward. Happy Tails used a CMS. They built a gorgeous, functional website. The chaos? It's been tamed. Awesome. But a brand new challenge pops up. Because what good is a great website if nobody can find it? So how do you get people to actually show up?
This right here is the dream. It's the goal for any organization, right? Someone in Raleigh hops on Google, types adopt a dog, and boom, Happy Tails is the #1 result. Now, that doesn't happen by accident. That is not luck. It's the result of a very deliberate strategy. And that strategy is called search engine optimization, or SEO. I'm sure you've heard that term. SEO is how you go from being a needle in a digital haystack to being a bright, shining beacon. It's really just a set of practices you follow to make your website more attractive to search engines like Google, so they'll want to show it to the right people at exactly the right time. So, how does Happy Tails actually do it? How do they climb to the top of those search results? Well, they just focus on the essentials. First, rich content. We're not just talking text here. We're talking great photos, heartwarming videos of the pets. Then, they do a little keyword research and find out, hey, people are searching for animal shelter in Raleigh. So they make sure to use that phrase naturally on their site. And finally, it's the simple stuff, like having short, descriptive URLs and really clear headings. It makes the site super easy to understand, not just for people, but for Google's little search bots too. Okay, getting people to the website, that is a huge win. But let's be real, the ultimate goal isn't just about getting clicks. It's about building a community. The next step is to turn those one-time visitors into loyal supporters. And that is where social media really shines. Now, the biggest key to social media is realizing that it's not a one-size-fits-all game. Every single platform has a different vibe, a different purpose. So for Happy Tails, a super visual platform like Instagram, it's perfect for those cute puppy photos. Something text-based like X, what used to be Twitter, that's great for quick updates like Fido just got adopted. And they could even use a professional network like LinkedIn to, say, find a new member for their board. You absolutely have to tailor your strategy to the platform. And here's a great little framework for making content that people actually love. It's called the 4 E's. It's simple. First, you entertain them, maybe with a goofy video of a cat playing. Then you educate them, talk about the responsibilities of being a pet owner. Then you encourage them, with one of those amazing, heartwarming success stories. And finally, you engage them with a really clear call to action, something like, please share this post to help Fido find his new family. And get this, you do not need a massive budget for this stuff. For a small nonprofit like Happy Tails, the fact that they can spend just $20 a day to reach more than 1,000 very specific, local people with one single post, that's not just helpful, that is a total game changer. So, let's wrap this all up. When you look at the whole picture, a CMS isn't just a piece of software. It's really the heart of an entire digital strategy. It's the foundation that allows a small team with a huge mission, like our friends at Happy Tails, to finally organize that chaos, get found by the people who matter, and build a real community. It's what gives even the smallest organization a truly powerful voice online. And that really brings us to the final question, the thing to really chew on. Every organization, every project, heck, every single one of us with a passion has a story we want to get out into the world. So, if your content is your voice, what story is yours telling? Thanks for joining us.